It's hump day, y'all. It is hump day. Let me double check that, y'all. Yes, it is hump day. Today is Wednesday. Yes, so I love Wednesdays because that lets me know that, baby, you are closer to the weekend than the work week you've already experienced. That's how, yes, I love Wednesdays. Y'all, welcome in. Welcome to the live. This is KendyK all day. Good morning, good people. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. How's everybody? I hope your day is going well. Mine is going just fine. Just fine. Mine is going just fine. How's everybody? Good morning. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's Wednesday, y'all. We're halfway there. We can make it through. Push through. Push through. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push through. Good morning. I'm having some tea. What are you sipping on? Tea? Well, some people might call it double fisting it. I'm having tea and water. Good morning. Good morning, friends. I see you. I see you. Good morning, Miss Jazzy. Y'all drop in the comments. Let me know what type of day you're having. How's your day going? Better than that, how is your week going? How is your week going? Let's check in with each other. How's your week going? Y'all, that makes me think about something. Who have you not heard from this week? Who do you need to check in with? On YouTube, but I'm really speaking about off of YouTube. Who do you need to check in with? Y'all send them a message. And even better, call them. Call them. Check in. Check in. Hey, Mr. Holmes, Anthony Holmes 71. Music extraordinaire, the GOAT. Music and construction extraordinaire. I don't know if I ever mentioned that, but my daddy was I always have to think, he was a cement mason back when they poured cement and finished it by hand. Yeah, on his knees. That is how he made a living for his children and his wife. So that's why I love construction, because my daddy was, always on construction sites. And so I love seeing Anthony's work on his channel. Yep. Good morning, Coach. Coach Mean in the house. Y'all, thank y'all for checking in. Let me know how your week is going. Jazzy is working. We all working. We all working. Today is my late day, in fact. Thank you, Coach. I got a video coming up on this hairdo now, y'all. Now, I did. Thank you, Coach. But I got a video coming up on the hair. KendyK has experienced some things. Anthony, I'm not going to mention what you just put in that chat. But that's okay too, Anthony. Whatever you need to do. I'm with it. I'm with it. Yeah, so far so good this week. So far so good. Rolling along. I know once I get past my Wednesday work week is real short for me after Wednesdays. So because Wednesday is a longer day. I start later in the day and it's because I work longer in the evening. Yeah, right, Jazzy, right. Y'all, welcome in, y'all. We got about 5 things, just 5 things that I just want to see what your thoughts are on these 5 things. Okay, so we're gonna do this kind of what we call high park style. This is like a high park discussion. Okay. I know you got to stay up and stay moving. Yes, yes. Y'all, thank y'all for checking in. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. Thank you for hitting that like button. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, friends. Well, today is Wednesday, May the 7th, and that is the deadline for having the real ID. So this is your reminder from KendyK all day, y'all. Today is that deadline to have the real identification in this country. Y'all, that was started like during the pandemic when the world was shut down. And so they've been extending the deadline, extending the deadline, extending the deadline. And so today is the day. Yes. So what that means, what does that mean when we talk about having the enhanced driver's license? It means that your standard driver's license will no longer allow you to travel domestically or internationally. I think that's probably one of the main misunderstandings is people think, oh, I don't travel internationally. I don't leave the country. So I don't need to worry about that enhanced driver's license. Oh, yes, you do. If you travel on Southwest, if you travel anywhere within the contiguous United States or abroad, TSA requirements have changed and you must, as of this day, have that enhanced identification. Your driver's license will no longer get you through TSA. Okay, you've got to go back to your state driver's license entity and get at what they call an enhanced ID. That is starting today, friends. The deadline is today. Today is the deadline for that. So, y'all, I will tell you though, when you get ready to go to your DMV to get that enhanced driver's license, you have to prove your identity. That's Big Brother. That's Big Brother. You have to you have to prove your identification. So you can take your old driver's license, that's one piece, but friends, you got to have a second piece of identification, like a certified copy of your birth certificate, right? With a raised seal on it. Not just a photocopy of your birth certificate. It has to be a certified copy of your birth certificate. So if you're a person like me, when I needed it, I couldn't find it. And I did mine last year because I was traveling internationally. So I said, hey, my passport expired during the pandemic. And so I knew I needed to just go ahead and get that enhanced driver's license, last year. I did it in 2024 in advance of this May 7th deadline. Today is the day for the enhanced driver's license. And I needed to first send off to the state in which you were born in. How do you get an official copy with a seal on it? Not just a photocopy, y'all. You need an official copy and with an embossed seal on it. That's usually a raised seal. You've got to get that from the state in which you were born, okay? And the good thing about it is during the pandemic, most of that stuff, that process went online. So most of that you can pay online. Y'all don't go through a third party. Go to vital records in the county and the state where you were born because it's always cheaper. It was like in my state, it was $7. The state I was born in, like $7. And you're going to have to give yourself some time now. So think about if you have travel coming up, I don't know what you're going to do. They haven't said what they're going to do because you have to have that enhanced driver's license. I'll tell you, so you're going to need a second piece of identification demonstrating who you are. One can be your current unexpired driver's license, but then the other has to be like a birth certificate. Okay? Now, the only exclusions that I am aware of for having that new enhanced driver's license for the purpose of domestic, that means travel within the air travel within the United States as well. And if you travel internationally outside of the US, the only exclusions are if you don't have that enhanced driver's license, you have to have an unexpired passport. An unexpired passport. Or you have to have an active military ID, right? So if you're a government worker, and that means you have a level of security clearance, that too can be used in lieu of an enhanced driver's license. So for the majority of us, friends, you have got to get that enhanced driver's license. So make that a priority. Y'all, we're living in some strange times in this country. Have you not noticed? Have you not noticed? I've noticed, friends. I've noticed it. Yeah. So y'all make your way there. And when you go to get that enhanced driver's license, y'all, the DMVs for this reason are very full. Anthony's noticed some strange things happening in this country. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Watch and pray, y'all. Watch and pray. I've been telling y'all. I've been telling. Hmm. Hmm. And when I say watch and pray, that's code for what? Make preparations, friends. Make preparations. Whatever those things, whatever that means for you and those that you love, make those preparations. I do. That part. Yeah, so yeah, and I'll tell you too, my enhanced driver's license in the state where I'm a resident, that's Washington State. So not Washington, D.C., Washington State on the West Coast, it was over $100. My enhanced driver's license. So yeah, it's not $18, not $10. Can y'all believe that? I did not know that every state pretty much can charge whatever they want for a driver's license and for this enhanced driver's license. I paid well over $100 for my driver's license, for my new enhanced driver's license. Yes. So be prepared. But that's the West Coast now. So I think I would just venture to say that on the West Coast, it probably has some of the largest fees for enhanced driver's license. Y'all, thank you for hitting that like button. This is KendyK all day. So be prepared for a more expensive driver's license too. So just make sure that you're ready. And I've noticed too, because I had to put tags on my vehicle, one of my vehicle's driver's license plates, tags on the car registration. They charge you extra fees when you use your credit or debit card. So that might be a time to have a check or cash in hand to pay for that enhanced driver's license so that you avoid, a 2% fee on top of that. Yeah, so y'all just putting that out in the atmosphere, y'all. They're not gonna let us travel. They're not gonna let you travel anywhere in the country. You're not gonna. Yeah, we got family reunions coming up. We got all these things happening, and we're gonna jump on a flight with TSA. You're not. Today is the deadline. So make your way to your DMV and make sure you have your paperwork in order. You can use your driver's license you have now on your person as one piece of identification, but you need a second piece of identification to demonstrate who you are. And usually that is a birth certificate. So check those out and check with your local DMV in your state to see what the requirements are. And the only exceptions that I am aware of is if you have an unexpired passport. I do, because I had to bite the bullet one day and I said, oh, I got to get my affairs in order. And I did that last spring, about this time last spring, and got that enhanced driver's license. Now I'll tell you this, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing, because we just got 5 things to talk about this morning, just 5 things, right? You won't get that enhanced driver's license when you go to the DMV. They will send it to you in the mail. You won't get that enhanced. They're not gonna take a picture and you know, it's beep coming out the machine. They're gonna take your pictures, and then y'all, Big Brother is watching and checking on us. That's why we have these enhanced driver's licenses that are required now per the federal government. Big Brother is watching and checking. And so they will check your histories, check your records, check your background, and then they will send you your enhanced driver's license in the mail. You do not get it when you go to apply for the enhanced driver's license. So, yeah, if you're trying to do it now, moving forward, you be prepared that you're going to have to wait. Yeah, but they said they were not extending the deadline, but I don't know. We will have to just watch and see, according to the federal government. Yeah. Okay. Here's the second thing. Let's talk about this. Y'all, today is Wednesday. So Mother's Day is this Sunday. Mother's Day is this Sunday. Mother's Day is this Sunday, May the 11th. What you got for your mama? Okay? What do you got for your woman, your mama, your old lady? Whatever you gonna name these women in your life, right? And I'm talking about grandmama, I'm talking about auntie, I'm talking about all women. Okay? Use Mother's Day as a time to honor all women. What would happen if the world was just a little more kind? Right? Right? I see friends connecting. Hey, T. I see friends connecting. Y'all, what would happen if the world was just a little more kind? Y'all, thank y'all for checking in. Let me say good morning to the people. Look like we have more friends who are joining us. Y'all, thank y'all. Everyone's welcome here. This is a safe space. So don't forget, Mother's Day on Sunday. Mother's Day on Sunday. And here's a tip. Now, even if your woman is not the mother of your children, right? Your spouse or your mother or your woman is not your mate. I don't even know what folks call their, if y'all are in a relationship or a situationship, right? Now, if they have cooked food for your children, for you and your children, listen to me now. As a woman of a particular age, if they have fixed food for you and your children, then if I were you, I would be honoring them on this Mother's Day and all days, right? All days, okay? All days, right? Well, and then if you are no longer with the mother of your children, you should still honor that woman as a mother. What do y'all think of that? You don't have to agree with KendyK, but this is KendyK's channel, so KendyK is just telling you how KendyK feels, right? Right? But to me, it's a day to honor all women. Yeah, I honor all of my single friends who don't have children, because I know that they're what we call other mothers. Other mothers. Patricia Hill Collins called them other mothers because they've mothered so many, right? They mothered so many. Ooh, good idea, Anthony. So someone is asking questions in the chat about that enhanced driver's license. At face value, at a quick glance, it does look like a regular driver's license, but the key difference is it has encoded information and a barcode on it, okay? And so the barcoding is different than previous iterations of your state's driver's license. And you're going to see a star on it, or each state can choose what type of special emblem will be on that driver's license on the front face of the driver's license to indicate that it is an enhanced driver's license. So yeah, you can use your driver's license as it is currently. If you don't have the enhanced one, you can move about your city, move about the country, but you cannot fly per TSA requirements as of this day unless you have an unexpired enhanced driver's license. Yeah, there is a different little, most states are using the star, a yellow star, but every state is different. Washington State uses a tree. You got to know Pacific Northwest, it's a lush green. So they use a tree to indicate that it is an enhanced driver's license. Yeah. Yeah, I think Anthony is. I think Anthony's agreeing with me. Y'all, let me say good morning to my friends who are joining me this morning. Good morning, Miss Jazzy. Good morning, Coach Mean Ring. Anthony Holmes. Good morning. Trisha's Closet. Good morning, Trisha. Monique. Good morning, Monique. Monique makes beautiful baskets. Y'all, that's an option. That is still an option now. You might want to connect with Monique Powell. Monique is a YouTube content creator in these YouTube streets, and she makes beautiful baskets. Beautiful baskets. Yeah, I would do something, y'all. And it's the thought. It really is the thought, right? You can go, y'all, go to Sam's, go to Costco and get you, they usually have deluxe bouquets, so you can get a for what you would pay at a florist, you can get a double dozen, so you can get 24 stems of roses. Y'all, give the women in your life, whether they have children or not, just tell them thank you. Thank them for being whatever they are to you in your life. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm trying to help you. You can't say KendyK wasn't trying to help you. Okay? You cannot say that I wasn't trying to help the people. Okay? And this is for men and women. Now, we all came from a mother. Good morning, mommy. My mommy is probably in the warm water pool with her little buddies. They go to the warm water pool every morning. I don't know. I think they go like 3 or 4 times a week. And I'm sure oh no, she's back home now. She's out the pool now. So good morning, mommy. If you're listening, I love you. Yep, KendyK. I'm sipping on my tea. And it is good. And I've got some, y'all, Lala, the high vibe coach. Lala, the high vibe coach. Yeah, I always liked lemon water because it's a natural diuretic. But y'all, I infused my lemon water with some cucumber slices. So refreshing. So refreshing. And it makes sense because cucumbers are primarily water. Whoa, gave it a really new flavor that I like. Lala, the high vibe coach, I like. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Anthony, if you recently got your driver's license, it probably was an enhanced driver's license if you do have that star on it. And in Washington State, my driver's license does read, it does have the word enhanced driver's license on it. Okay, so we have 5 things to talk about. We've already talked about the deadline is today, friends. May the 7th for having enhanced driver's licenses. And y'all, really, the deadline was like 3 years ago. They've been extending it, extending it. But y'all, they've been saying we're not extending it anymore. So we'll see. We'll see. You know, things change rapidly in this country. The wheels of government are turning real fast now. So things are not normal, y'all. Things are not normal. Watch and pray. Watch and pray. This is KendyK all day. Don't forget Mother's Day. Y'all, Mother's Day. Now, let me ask you this. Do you give your mom or do you give your woman, your wife, your significant other, your boo thing, do you give them appliances, like kitchen appliances, like, is that okay for a Mother's Day gift? Do you give them a new vacuum cleaner? Do you give them a new 50-inch TV for their bedroom? Do you give them that new washer and dryer that they wanted? Or that new stove? I want a gas stove so bad. Y'all, you know your people. And if you don't know what to get them for Mother's Day, ask them. Right? If you want to keep it a secret, let me tell you what you can do. And I'm going to tell you, it will not be refused. Give them cash. Give them cash or give them your credit card and say, go and get what you want. I bet you that will put the biggest smile on their face. Yeah. Yeah. Ask them and they'll tell you. They'll tell you. But if the kitchen is their happy space, if home is their happy space, then things for the home might make a really good gift for them, right? But if your woman is, if y'all like to eat out, you probably want to stay away, getting her a new set of fancy pots. She may not like that. But I hope you know your woman. I hope you know your woman. Or your mama, or your wife. I hope it's your wife, but whomever in your life. Use this as an opportunity. I'm going to say it one more time. Lean into this. Celebrate all the women in your life of all ages. Celebrate your daughter, right? Celebrate your daughter, no matter how young she is. Show her that you love and respect her on Mother's Day. But all days, right? You don't have to wait for the commercialized Mother's Day for that, right? Now you can go in the gas station and get, the flowers are all going to be pretty much fresh for Mother's Day because they're going to have a whole bunch of extra flowers out there. I know that's right, Monique. Baby, I will take new appliances any day. I will take new appliances any day. Yes. Yeah. Y'all, this is KendyK all day. I see friends connecting. Rhonda is in the building. Y'all, Rhonda drives a reefer. That's a refrigerated truck. And y'all, it's something about it. That's kind of bad. You is a bad to the bone woman. Ain't nothing like girl power. Girl power. Rhonda drives a 18-wheeler, a refrigerated truck all around this country. And ain't nothing like being able to drive a big truck. I really think that my next vehicle is gonna be a truck. I feel like my daddy always drove F-150s. I feel like I want me a F-150. But let's be clear. KendyK is not buying anything. Me and my neighbor were outside talking, and I said, I just told you, I just put some new plates, new tags on that car. And I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. Y'all, thank y'all for joining me. This is KendyK all day. Yeah, y'all, if you need to come and go as you please, but y'all, I thank y'all for checking in. So we've gone through a couple of our 5 things, just 5 things we're going to be talking about this morning. Our next one is the movie Sinners. The movie Sinners. Apparently, it is a box office. It just came out of nowhere and is to amazing reviews and everything. Has exceeded all expectations in sales, all of the things. Has anybody seen the movie Sinners? Has anyone seen the movie Sinners? What did you think? Tease, I know Tease, you have an opinion. What do you think, Tease? Y'all, thank you for checking in. Thank y'all for rocking with me this morning. Who has seen the movie? Monique says not yet. I haven't seen it yet. KendyK has not seen the movie yet. Drop in the chat. Let me know if you've seen the movie. Not yet. That might be a good way to celebrate with your woman, with your children, with your mother. Take them to the movies. Apparently, this movie Sinners has lots of different hidden messages in it. So that might be a good family outing. I don't know about a family outing, but if for Mother's Day, might be make a good Mother's Day gift for you and someone in your life. Crispy. Reva says crispy. Okay, thank you. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Okay, so KendyK, a couple people are saying they have seen the movie. KendyK has not seen the movie. Monique says she has not seen the movie. Tease, have you seen the movie? If you have seen the movie, let me know. Because apparently it is critically acclaimed, right? Critically acclaimed. They're talking about movie of the year, Oscar worthy. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. This is like, but by sales alone, a blockbuster hit. Currently in theaters right now. Currently in theaters right now. So I have not seen the movie Sinners because it's a bit of a horror movie, i.e. scary. And KendyK, I don't play with spirits. I just don't. And KendyK is a scaredy cat. Y'all, come to my house at night, you're going to see a night light in every room. You're going to see a night light in every room and every hallway. You know, they make those really fancy ones now that come on by themselves or when they detect movement. I love them. I love them. KendyK don't play with spirits. So if you like horror and or scary movies, apparently Sinners is the movie that you want to see. It's critically acclaimed. So y'all go and see it and then come back and tell me about it. Do that for me because KendyK ain't going. I'm not going. I'm not going. KendyK, Jason, Y'all, the truth be told now, KendyK had nightmares about the movie Gremlins. Y'all remember Gremlins? So I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Good morning, Chip. Chip is locked in. Thank you, Chip. Y'all, thank you, mods, for holding it down. If I've missed anyone, saying good morning to anyone. Y'all, thank you. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate you. This is KendyK all day. Ooh, T says the T's has seen the movie Sinners. Lots of symbolic messages. And T's recommends not for young children. Yeah, because it's scary. And it might be some spirits in that thing. I don't know. I don't play with nothing about The Bible said we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness. So KendyK ain't going. That's all I'm gonna say. KendyK, I don't do anything that looks scary. If the title of the movie sounds, and to me, the title of the movie alone gives me pause. But y'all go see it. Go see it. If that's your thing, go see it. Go see it. Um, Let me tell you some other movies. So I told you I was scared. I had nightmares after Gremlins. So that was enough for me. Let me tell you, because you know what? The movie Sinners, to me, it sounds like with a whole bunch of hidden messages. It sounds a little bit, Tease is writing, it's a message if you are woke. Okay. Like Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl. Okay. Okay. So some of those types of messages. It reminds me, but this movie Sinners, just from what I'm hearing now, I can only talk about what I've heard because KendyK ain't going, and I ain't going. I ain't going. It sounds like the movie Beloved. Did any of y'all see that movie? It was put out by, I think Oprah Winfrey was the executive producer on the movie Beloved. Y'all remember that movie? Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. I went to see that movie and regretted it because there was some spirits, some not right spirits in that movie. Mm-mm. I can't do it, y'all. I can't do it. Yeah, some not right spirits, spiritual wickedness in high places. I couldn't do that. I wish I. And once you see a movie like that, I can't unsee that, and I can't unfeel that. It my spirit wasn't settled after watching the movie Beloved. And I'm gonna tell you another movie that I'm just going off of what people are saying about the movie, and what it emotes, the emotions that come up, and what it makes you think about. I think that's what T's is saying. T's journey is saying about the movie. It has lots of double messages and subtleties in it. It makes me think about the movie Get Out. Get Out. And y'all, to this day, I have never been able to get all the way through watching the movie Get Out. Yeah. And from living in the Pacific Northwest for the past 5 years, 4.5 years, that's what living in the Pacific Northwest is like as a woman of color. Is y'all, we'll talk about that on some other conversations, but yeah, in many respects, I'm living as a woman of color in the Pacific Northwest. I'm living the movie Get Out in real time. That part, yeah. So yeah, KendyK doesn't like those types of movies. So y'all go see it, and then y'all let me know what you think. Y'all let me know what you think. This is KendyK all day. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about women's health and taking care of our bodies. And so I'm not just gonna put that on women's health, y'all. Let's you make good use of our medical insurance, and let's schedule our annual exam. That exam is free. Currently, if you're a woman, you are entitled to one free mammogram a year. Let's go ahead and schedule that. If you have not yet scheduled that, go ahead and schedule it so that it can fit your schedule. Let's talk about being a woman of a particular age. And so we might be talking about having hot flashes. We might be talking about, if you're a male, let's go get our prostate checked. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's real sexy to go ahead and make sure that everything is good with you. right? Because you are the priest of the house. So let's do that, men. That's real sexy. Do that. Do that for your woman. Do that for your wife. Do that for your children and your children's children. Yeah, prostate health. That's real sexy, right? Right? Because we want you here. We want you here, man. We want you here. Yeah, take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. And y'all, when we talk about our health, dental health, dental health goes hand in hand with our physical health and wellness. Dental care is so important. Dental care is so important. Yeah, you should be getting cleanings twice a year. Twice a year, according to the American Dental Association. That is their recommendation. And I know when it's time for my cleanings, because even when I brush and even when I do my whole dental routine, my teeth don't feel clean. And so that's how I know for sure. Yeah, and I look at the counter and say, yep, it's about time for my cleaning. Yeah. And let's go ahead and talk about not just being physically well and whole, but that also includes mental health as well. Yeah, I'm an advocate for mental health and wellness and self-care right? And y'all, that's part of your medical benefits as well. Just like you can pull out your insurance card to go get your prostate checked, to go get your mammogram, to go have your annual exam, you can also pull out your insurance card, your benefits card, and get yourself some mental care, right? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. As a woman of color, many times that has been taboo. I hope we are dismantling that myth, and it is a myth, right? It is a myth that you can pray it away. You know if something is not right with you. You know if there are some things that you need to unpack with someone else, with a licensed professional. Y'all, love yourself enough to make an appointment. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Love yourself enough to make an appointment. Yeah. Yeah. The thing of now, you can have licensed professionals who come from a Christian perspective or not. There are so many options. You can go in person, you can do virtual, you can do small group. Y'all, there's so much out there, y'all. So think about, what are you going to do? Because we are just entering the month of May. What are you going to do this month to take charge of your health and wellness from a medical standpoint, a dental standpoint, and from a physical and mental standpoint? Do something. In fact, do something for all three of those this month. This month. And I'll tell you too, if you are working for an employer, right? If you're working for an employer, they have employee assistance programs, EAP. I don't know if you've heard, look under HR for your employer. They have employee assistance programs, EAP. Y'all, you don't even have to access your medical benefits. So that means there'll be no copay if you go through employee assistance. If you know you are experiencing traumas on your job, what about that? If you're experiencing traumas on your job, or maybe you are experiencing taking care of a sick spouse or a sick child. Maybe you have some alcoholism, gambling addictions, or drug addictions in your immediate family or your extended family, whatever the case may be. You can activate your employee assistance program benefits. These are free benefits provided at large to your employer, right? If you work for any larger company or public entity, state entity, government, State government, county government, federal government, all of those have EAP benefits, which you are free for you to access. You just have to activate them, y'all. There's an 800 number you can call. And y'all, you can start your mental health for free. You can start working on your mental health for free. They're going to give you a series of benefits. They're going to give you a series of visits free. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm telling you, I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know, right? Because why pay a copay if you can get services with a licensed therapist or psychiatrist or psychologist? You can get those benefits for free using your employee assistance program benefits. Yeah, y'all, there's nothing wrong with therapy for black girls, therapy for everybody, okay? And I'm saying therapy for black girls because I'm a black woman, right? But therapy is good for everybody. Yeah, we all got some things we need to work through. We all do, right? Those people who look like they have it all together, right? And I am not professing that at all. Okay, nobody has it all together, right? So work through those things and access your benefits, especially employee assistance program benefits. And when you call, when you activate those benefits, there's gonna usually it's a 800 number to call. And it's all confidential. They cannot discuss that with your employer. It's against the law to do that. So they cannot discuss or indicate that you have accessed employee assistance benefits for mental health and wellness, etc. Any types of addictions you might be experiencing or in your network of friends and family. They can't disclose that to HR or to your supervisor or anyone. Like they cannot disclose that, right? We have FERPA regulations against that. And so just tell them one thing, right? Because then you can get 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 sessions, whatever your employer has contracted with, networks of therapists, psychologists, or psychiatrists for. Get all, like, let's say you get 5 visits. So that's like 5 weeks, and you might meet with them every week, depending on what your needs are, or every 2 weeks, or maybe once a month. You'll work out the schedule with that provider. Get all the free visits first. And then say, now I'm dealing with unresolved issues from this, or now I feel comfortable with the therapist, so I want to talk to them about what I'm experiencing on my job that you can't tell anybody about, right? Because you need to keep your job. So don't tell them 12 things that are going on with you, that you're trying to process. Tell them one thing at a time and get your free visits, 5 or 6 free visits, whatever it is. Maybe it's just 3 visits. And then after you've done all those free visits, because KendyK know how to work a system, then disclose something else so that they have a new thing that they're working on. So then you're entitled to another round of free visits. Y'all. Okay, so that's one of the 5 things that I wanted to talk about. And then let's talk about grounding. Grounding. It came up during a conversation yesterday, and this came up randomly. I think we were actually joking about it, but it seemed like the ladies that I was in discussion with, and ladies and men, because grounding is important for everybody. Grounding is a practice that can be done with men, women, and children. Okay, so lean into this one if you have not heard of the practice of grounding. It's called grounding or earthing, but I know it as grounding, and it means you need to get outside and get back to the basics. Take your shoes off, take your socks off, and feel the grass beneath your feet. Ground yourself. right? Ground yourself in those cool blades of the grass, maybe even the dirt. Some people, some people are they're just real earthy. Like they just like to be outside. They like to run and check the mailbox with no shoes on. If that's you, and if it isn't you, try the practice of grounding, walking barefoot through the grass, through the dirt, through sand, grounding, grounding. And one of my friends told me this, and I tried it, and I'm telling you, KendyK with her OCD self, I do use the practice of grounding. Why do you think I spent yesterday outside? Every work break, I went back outside. Or was that 2 days ago? Might be 2 days ago. I went back outside, working in the yard, grounding. Yep, getting my hands dirty, getting my feet in the grass. It calms you in a way that you may have never thought it could or it would. Try it. Don't knock it till you try it. And ladies, if you're experiencing any of those perimenopause or menopausal symptoms like hot flashes, do it consistently and watch. You might see a diminishment in the frequency of hot flashes and just all of the things that we are experiencing with perimenopause and menopause. If you have children who are very anxious, right? Y'all, but think about that. Our children need to be outside playing and feeling the fresh air, right? Ooh, hugging some trees. Yes. Barefoot. Do it barefoot. Y'all, try grounding. Try grounding. Y'all, we need to go back to some of these things. We need to get back to some of these things. But grounding is a practice of just getting back to the earth. Getting back to the earth. Walking, moving barefoot through grass, through dirt, through sand. It's a calming practice. It boosts your mood. It boosts your mood, right? And I think it just calms you, right? It centers me in a way that, wow, y'all, try it. You just might like it. It's called grounding. Y'all, I think we have covered all 5 things. Is there anything else? Monique says she likes to walk barefoot all the time. Chip says, no way, Jose. Chip is not walking outside. Chip, I have OCD tendencies, right? KendyK is a certified self-diagnosed germaphobe. But I do enjoy grounding. I do enjoy, and it helps me. It helps me. That's why I love to pop outside. That's why you see me walking in the park, because it does. It helps me to clear my mind and recenter me. Recenter me. Sciatica. That's a nerve in your sciatic nerve. Is it like in your foot or something? Y'all have to tell me, drop in the chat. Tell us a little bit more about the sciatic nerve. I've heard of that because it made me wonder. I've been experiencing some foot. I'm like, what is going on with my foot? You might need to see a podiatrist. I think that would be the person, a medical provider that looks at your feet. Though the sciatic nerve is in your hip? Really? I thought it was in your feet. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all, thank you for locking in with me. I think I covered. I'm looking at my notes, y'all. Let's do one more thing. I know we talked about 5 things, but it can go all the way down. Oh, I see, Monique. Monique is checked in and locked in with us. Monique said that the sciatic nerve can run all the way down through your feet and you can experience pain. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I also have, since moving to the Pacific Northwest, and I also see a chiropractor. And I'm in Tennessee right now, and I need to access my benefits. That's what I'm doing for May, is access my benefits and find myself a chiropractor in Tennessee. Adjustments really help me. Getting myself adjusted with a chiropractor really helps me. I've even tried, oh goodness, I've tried cupping, massage, because I'm in physical therapy right now. So you're again, I'm trying to give y'all some tips on how to fully maximize. Y'all, we pay all that money for those medical insurance premiums. You better maximize your benefits. All that money is coming out of your paycheck. Maximize your benefits. You can do what they call piggyback. So I go to physical therapy twice a week, and you can piggyback and get massages, because it might be covered now as part of the therapeutic care, along with you having physical therapy. Massage might be a part of the combined services that you can get, but you'd have to get the physical therapy first, right? Chiropractic care for total health and wellness, right? It's the whole mind body thing. So look into that and see, because I love massage. I love massage. I'm watching the chat. Hello, friends. I'm going to scroll up for a second and see if I am missing any new friends. Yeah, I highly recommend Coach Mean Reen's classes. I did, in fact, I bought a multi-pack of classes with Coach Mean Reen, and I attended her classes for 3 weeks. I attended 3 weeks of her classes, and all in, because y'all, literally all I have to do is go in the living room, set up my laptop, set up my camera. I had one 5-pound weight. I bought another. I already had a step, for aerobic exercise. So I already had that, y'all. And y'all, there are no excuses. There are no excuses. And so I did that for 3 weeks and would have continued. But then my physician had me go to physical therapy. And so again, had to do I'm still in physical therapy, and I've got up to, I believe it's 30 visits. So up to, depending on what the physical therapist says. And y'all, I'm a working woman. I work full time. So I really did. I had to reach out to Coach and let her know, because I had really, because they say anything that you do for about 30 to 40 days, anything that you do on a consistent basis establishes a routine and becomes a way of life. And so I said, oh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I couldn't do Coach Mean Reen's classes on Wednesdays because it's my work day. It's my long day at work. But I had taken the Monday class, the Tuesday class, and now that Thursday class, I'm gonna tell y'all, it's a beast, because she uses Thursdays to work all the body systems, like everything, she works on. Mondays, you work on one system. On Tuesdays, I know one day we work primarily on the arms, upper body, the core stuff. But on Thursday, she puts them all together, and it was a beast. That Thursday class, yeah, it's a beast. So I told Coach Mean Reen, I said, I'll be back, Coach, but I got to get in and do this physical therapy with the physical therapy team, twice a week. And so, yeah, I'm trying to, I feel better. I feel better just being up and being moving. So y'all do something. Y'all just get out and take a walk and try grounding. Try grounding. Try grounding. I'm trying to take a look and see. Hope I'm not missing anybody's comments. Welcome, Fabby. Fabby and the family. I watched I'm not sure how old the video was, but Fabby is one of the content creators that I'm currently watching. And I just saw the other topic we were supposed to talk about. So let me talk a little bit about Fabby and the family. Fabby is one of the YouTubers that I watch, and that's why I wanted to start a YouTube channel, because of all the great content and the great information and the laughs. KendyK loves to laugh. When KendyK is not smiling, something is very wrong, right? I love to laugh. Laughter will keep you young, right? Laughter will keep you young. And Fabby is just doing life, right? That's why I like YouTube, because YouTube is just people being themselves and doing what they do and turning on the camera to do that. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to try that myself, because that is what connects me to the YouTubers that I like. There's something about them that I like to see, and watching her girls grow and watching how she handles it all as a mother, as a wife. But I did not know Fabby was not the name of her channel originally. So Fabby did a name change, and now I don't know what your channel name was before, because I only knew Fabby and the family as your channel name. But apparently Fabby had a different channel name, and she did a name change, and now it's love the channel name Fabby and the family. So yeah, keep going. Keep going. Oh, it was called the Joseph. Fabby's writing in. It was called the Joseph family, which is her family name. But then people, the video, that's what you said, Fabby, isn't it? She said folks would think that she was gendered male. So yeah, and that makes sense. Yeah, because that was her family name. So now it's Fabby and the family. I like the F, the same sound. So yeah, I love, great name. Fabby is a great name anyway. Fabby and the family. I love that too. Y'all, let's talk about mainstream media versus media, non-mainstream media. Let me see what I can call it. That was our last topic. Alternative media, and I'm talking about mainstream news and alternative news, right? Who would have thought that, do you know that the majority of this country is not getting their news from their local TV station? They're not getting their world news from ABC, NBC, CBS, or Fox. The overwhelming majority, and I'm talking about as much as 60 to 70% of humans, especially American humans, access news, get their local and world news from an alternate news source. And it's certainly true for me. It's certainly true for me. I don't watch the news because I don't want to see all the bad things happening. But I know that I need to be aware of what's going on in our world and in my local community. So what I do is I watch Roland Martin Unfiltered. It's otherwise known as the Black Star Network. That is where I get a lot of, that's my trusted source for news information, and content and discussion about what's going on in our world. I also like Don Lemon. I love Don Lemon, was a staple on CNN, but they were disrespecting that black man. They were disrespecting that black man, and so he left, and Don has blossomed, and we are seeing a new Don Lemon that I love. So shout out to you, Don Lemon. He now has his own news space, and Don Lemon, love him, love him. So that's how I access my news. And so what it means is that we're not accessing news from ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox anymore. We are accessing them using our phone or through YouTube. Y'all, you know that you can find you can go using the menu options in YouTube and just pull up every news space that you want. Now you're gonna get some trash in there too, right? You got to have a discerning spirit. Is this a reputable source? Who is the source, right? If no source is cited, then that's a good indicator that that is not a reputable source for news, because there's a lot of propaganda out here also. But what I will not do is spend my good dollars with ABC, CBS, and definitely not Fox. Not for me. Not for me. Yeah, so I use Black Star Network, and it is a YouTube-based, independently owned news sources. Now that's what you would call Black Star Network, Roland Martin Unfiltered, Don Lemon, and these are web-based. And so it's still certainly free. And yeah, but isn't that something? Who would have thought? Who would have thought that most of the world is no longer using mainstream news in order to filter through and learn about what's happening? We got a lot of propaganda out here though, so make sure you go into a reputable source. Those are the sources that I use. Y'all, this is KendyK all day. I agree. Good morning, Mary. Mary's Life Journey. All my good folks in here. And it's so funny because I'm on a YouTube journey trying to grow my subscribership. When you watch folks, when you watch your favorite content creators, you feel like you know them, right? They're my friends in my head. Y'all remember Wendy Williams just always talking, they're my friends in my head. And so, yeah, Monique Powell, Mary's Life Journey, Fabi and the Family, Coach Marine, all these folks. Chip, are you locked in? I'm always thinking, what would Chip do? What would Chip say? Right? Chip is always trying to help folks grow their YouTube channel. And y'all, Chip also has a great, if you're into collectibles, Chip also has a second channel that is very interesting, very interesting. Somebody said hugging the trees in their yard. Y'all better hug some trees. Y'all better hug. Y'all try grounding. Don't knock it till you try it. Don't knock it till you try it. This is KendyK all day. Ooh, Monique, do you have a new video out? I'm gonna have to watch it. Y'all, I've taken my sinus medication. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, but Monique must have a new video out. So check out Monique Powell, Powe. Can't wait to watch that, Monique. And y'all set your notifications. Hit that bell. If you like KendyK, y'all, if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to your girl. This is KendyK all day. Yeah, this is just KendyK. Y'all, KendyK is 49 years of age. So this is just KendyK. I'm moving into a new phase of life, right? And so it's just me trying to figure things out. Where am I at this moment as a single woman, trying with my finances, a single woman, especially with my health and wellness, y'all. I'm really giving myself permission to prioritize health and wellness, including mental health and wellness. And so, yeah, I'm working with a registered dietitian, y'all. I'm trying to get it together because I need to. It's long overdue. It is long overdue. So I'm giving myself permission to prioritize my health and wellness, including my mental health and wellness. Give yourself permission. Yes. Yeah, how can you be strong for your family? How can you give your family, be the mother that you need to be to your children? How can you be the spouse that you need to be to your mate if you aren't spending some time on self-care and making sure that you're whole? You've got to refill your own cup first. Put your own life vest on. That's what they tell you on the plane before you assist your others. Put your own life vest on. And that's what self-care is about. Refilling your cup. Realizing that your cup might be empty or half empty. And what is that like when you're operating on a half empty tank? Yeah, I'm also checking out these emojis. Y'all know all the good emojis. I'm always so surprised when I find a new emoji, and there are so many. There are so many out here, but y'all got some great emojis. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Fabi. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. So let me tell you, if you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. This is KendyK all day. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to your girl because I'm KendyK all day. And I'm just sharing me. I'm just sharing me. And because I am on this, trying to learn at 49, I'll be 50 in October. I'm trying to learn how to eat to live, right? Eating as fuel for my body in order to give me clarity in my mind and as a good source of energy so that I can work hard and play harder. And at 49, I'm really focusing on playing harder. Work is going to be work, but I'm focusing on me and being able to work so that it affords me the ability to play hard, right? So, yeah, I do a lot of cooking, but I am rethinking. Working with a dietitian has helped me to rethink how I prepare meals, what I'm preparing, and you know, I didn't know anything about fiber, but I know that right now I'm pushing high protein because it should help me to maximize my weight loss and lowering the carbs. I knew that carbs were my problem because they're my weakness and they don't help to fuel my body. But you do need some carbs, but really minimizing my carb intake and instead upping my fiber because that creates that perfect balance for the protein is upping the fiber in my diet. So yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning. And it's a daily struggle. It's a daily struggle. Yo, so don't forget, TSA deadline is today. Today is the deadline for TSA. You must now have your enhanced driver's license if you're going to travel by air, even within the country. That's a misnomer that I keep hearing people saying, oh, it's only if you plan to travel by air internationally. Nope. If you plan to travel by airplane within the United States, you do need to have that enhanced driver's license, and it costs more money. And when you go to the DMV, you don't get it on the day you apply for that license. That's also very, very new. You've got to ask for the enhanced driver's license, and you're going to pay more for it. So double check. Use Google. Use y'all. Your phone is a computer. You literally have a computer in your hand. So use that. Check with your local DMV. See what your requirements are, and then before you go, make sure that you have that second piece of identifying information. I had to first apply for a certified copy of my birth certificate in order to go get my enhanced driver's license. And then it's going to take up to about 2 weeks. At least they say allow 7 to 10 working days. So that's about 2 weeks in order to they send it to you in the mail at your mailing address. So keep that in mind as well. Sinners, as you plan for the Mother's Day weekend, you might want to consider the movie Sinners. KendyK won't be going to Sinners because KendyK does not like horror. I don't like anything that could potentially be scary. And it sounds to me like Sinners is along the lines of the movie Beloved and the movie Get Out. And I'll tell you another movie that kind of traumatized me. The movie with Gabourey Sidibe. That was the introduction to Gabourey Sidibe with Monique in it. What was that movie with Monique and Gabourey Sidibe? Monique won the Oscar for that movie. Yeah, what was the name of that movie? I remember I met my friend girl. We met up at the movies. We both drove from our homes and we met at the movie. Y'all, what was that movie? Oh, y'all, it's the brain fog. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's that brain fog where I can't pull forward the words that I've been using for years. Precious. That's another movie that traumatized me. The things that were in that movie traumatized me. Y'all, I met my friend girl at that movie theater, and we watched the movie, and I found it disturbing at a lot of levels, and I came right out of that movie theater and had a car accident. It was disturbing. Y'all remember how that movie started and some of the things that Precious had experienced at the hands of the mother role in that movie? I came right out of there and had a car accident. I sure did. It was just a fender bender, but yeah, it was disturbing. Yeah. So if you do like horror, like Beloved, the movie Get Out, Sinners is apparently a must-see for those folks who like those scary movies. But KendyK doesn't like anything remotely scary. And I'm kind of stuck on the title, Sinners. So that was enough for me. But then they did say that it was some kind of horror, a new genre of horror, or a newer way to rethink horror movies, scary movies. So I said, nah, I'm a pass. But if that is up your alley, you might want to check that out. We also, reminder, Mother's Day is Sunday and it's already Wednesday. So especially if you need to get something sent to you, or you need to pick up flowers. If you're going to pick up flowers, it might be a little late to order flowers. Just depends. You're probably going to have to pay more. So you might want to pick them up. Who has premium flowers? I always Sam's and Costco. Sam's and Costco. That's what I would use, because you're going to get better flowers, more flowers, fresh. But most folks will have fresh flowers. I'm a person that loves flowers. Or even a green plant, y'all. Think about the women in your lives. We talked about grounding as a practice. It's free. It might help your mental health, right? It might calm you and center you. That's what I found that it does for me. Grounding is just a fancy term or a new term for just going out barefoot. And y'all just get your feet on the ground barefoot, on the sand, on the sidewalk, in the grass. Y'all, something about the grass and grounding that is very calming and has been shown to decrease the symptoms that many women like myself might be feeling with perimenopause and menopause as we go through these new stages of life. These new stages of life. Y'all, don't forget, men's health is just as important as women's health. If you're a man of a particular age, it's time to go ahead and have your prostate checked. And y'all, that's real sexy. When I say that's real sexy, it's real sexy that you care enough about your loved ones, your mate, your children, to get yourself checked out. That's what makes that real sexy. That's what I mean by that. Yeah. Do it. If not for yourself, do it for them. They need you. They need you, man. They need you. We need you. We need you, and we need you here, right? We need you here. So get yourself checked out. All right, y'all. Well, this is a work day for KendyK. So KendyK is going to get ready to sign off here. I think I've covered everything because my sinuses are still draining. I went outside this morning. So let me tell you about that brain fog. Went outside this morning because I'm looking. They picked up trash yesterday. Went outside this morning to go get the trash can, bring it up to the house. Went to open the blinds this morning. Why did I go outside and still left the trash can at the street? Because brain fog. Because brain fog. Welcome in, Rooted in essential oils. Welcome in. Y'all, Rooted was cooking up he made some chicken tostadas with boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Ooh, delicious. They look delicious. They look delicious. With homemade guac and pico de gallo. Yeah. I like Rooted's content. Y'all, there's so many content creators. I can't start calling names, but I'm going to start shouting them out on my channel more. Yeah, Rooted, they look so good. I love me a thigh. I love me a boneless, skinless chicken thigh. It's just so flavorful. It has so much more flavor than that breast. That breast can get dry. I know people like the white meat, but yeah, ain't nothing like a whole thigh. I have a cousin, Willis, and that baby, even when he was like 6, 7, 8 years old, that baby loved him some chicken thighs. Yes. He would request. He didn't want a drumstick or a wing. He wanted them thighs. And he was onto something because those thighs are so full of flavor. Yeah, so I think we are still on verdict watch for the state versus Tyre versus the officers who murdered Tyre Nichols. That happened in Memphis, and the world was watching when it happened. So they have already gone through the federal trial and were convicted. And they are awaiting sentencing on their federal civil rights charges. And now the state trial has commenced this past week, over the last week or so, and into this week. And that jury is in deliberations yesterday. So I'll be watching for that and praying for the family of Tyre Nichols. Pray for the family. Pray for our nation. That we will get justice in this murder trial. So 2 of the officers pled guilty to the killing of Tyre Nichols, and then 3 now are on trial. And we are awaiting the verdict. The jury is deliberating the verdict. They used a jury out of East Tennessee, so the trial is being held in Tennessee, in Shelby County, but the jury pool came from East Tennessee, from Hamilton County, complete other side of the state, with very different demographics. So this will be interesting. I hope they get it right. Y'all pray that they get it right. That's what I'm praying for. If all hearts and minds are clear, y'all, if all hearts and minds are clear, y'all go in peace. Y'all have a great day, and we're almost there. We're closer to the weekend now than we were ever before. So that's why I love hump day. Y'all, why do they call it hump day? I guess because the middle of the week is halfway between the week, especially a work week. If you work a Monday through Friday work week. Ooh, y'all, the cat, black cat. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. So we'll be praying that they get that right. Y'all, thank you for the hearts. If all hearts and minds are clear, y'all go in peace. KendyK is wishing you a great day. In fact, make it a great day. Make it a great day. And let's use May to do some things for our health. Let's including our mental health and wellness. Y'all, this is KendyK. All day. I must, y'all, talk about Just Danielle. Don't forget, Just Danielle is a YouTube content creator, and she is sharing her gift. And God has given her the gift of sharing therapy. I'm talking about mental health therapy. And she does so from a Christian standpoint. So lock into her channel. And I'll make sure that I put a link to that in the description box. And many of the topics that I talked about today, you'll have links to the description box about those things. Y'all, this is KendyK all day. Goodbye for now. Y'all go in peace. Put some good out into the world. We need more of it. Have a good one, y'all. Goodbye for now. Thank y'all. Y'all make me, I'm still utterly amazed that KendyK has started a YouTube channel. I started it at 48 and now I'm 49. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Welcome in, Mary. I probably have missed all kinds of, y'all, thank you for the hearts. This is KendyK all day. I'm having for lunch, somebody asked what was I having for lunch. I did meal prep. Meal prep Monday occurred on a Tuesday. It occurred yesterday. And I'm having tuna. Well, I ate all the salad. I had tuna salad yesterday after I made the tuna salad. And so I'm having tuna. I'm having tuna, and I made the tuna with a combination of canned tuna and canned chicken, and it gives it a different flavor. So if you've not tried that, try that. That's what I'm having. What are you having for lunch? Sipping tea. Hey, Miss TikTok girl. Hey, girl, hey. This is KendyK all day. Y'all, if you need to slip away, go ahead. That's what we do. I'm going to stay here and talk to